If the new elites aren't ultimately to place us in a stranglehold that will be irreversible, you have to use this technology to surmount some pretty strong polarities. What I mean by that is you might be, like me, a Christian, exploring the message of Christ, surrendering and submitting to it more deeply every day, or you might be an absolute atheist materialist left with a raft of questions about the nature of existence. You might be a devout Muslim or a Jew, or you might be totally defined by your sexuality. I know what it was like to be defined by my sexuality for a long time, and I know what it was like to worship a kind of pagan gods for a long time. But we're at a critical moment now at the advent of AI. The tools that are going to be available to the powerful are going to be so extraordinary that they will have the ability to, I imagine, run the systems that they require for the preservation of their way of life with a very small workforce. Likely we'll see successive events that lead to mass decimation of populations. Many people think that the pandemic was merely an opening shot of what will be a kind of an era-defining series of successive events that reduce populations. Pay attention to what's happening with food production. Pay attention to that. Pay attention to farmer protests. It's likely that the agricultural industry is being centralized en masse and controlled as in a way that it's never before been. If they can control food, medicine, water, air, and communications, which will be their, I suppose, the nature of their endeavour. They might be to some degree economic. Certainly there's not going to be any poor people in that group and that set of institutions. But I think it goes beyond the kind of reductiveness of saying it's this race, for example. I really, truly believe that.